Good day everyone. We are Group 5 from BCU 2A and we are here to report about our topic, energy resources. So let us talk about energy resources. First, what is energy resources? Energy resources are used to generate electricity and other forms of power for human use. So kining mga energy resources mo ni ang mga resources nga atong gamiton to provide electricity, fuels for cars, heavy machineries, anything nga naglihok karon or mga modern machineries is powered using energy resources. So, ang atong energy resources na po tayo two types. Natay renewable energy resources and non-renewable energy resources. So, let us talk about renewable energy resources. So, kining renewable energy resources are energy which is generated from natural sources, wind, rain, tides, and can be generated again and again as when required. So, from the word renewable, it means nga pwede siya magamit over and over again up to almost infinite amount of times without kanang wide depletion. So, pwede siya ito magamit. Karoon ni hangtod sa kaya na itong pwede na ito sila gamiton, magamit siya. So, magamit ni siya in large-scale production or na po small off-grid applications. So, natay example sa renewable energy resources nga atong ginagamit karon sa atong modern technology. So, natay solar, natay geothermal, natay wind, natay biomass, ug natay water. So let us talk about the most common one, which is the wind. So kabantay na tanga kanang nay murag siya magpaliyo, kanang magkakabantay mo sa mga movies nga nasa Ilocos Norte sa Philippines nga side, natay murag turbine diha, murag sabad nga si tuyo, may naka-generate og electricity. Ang system ana, ang wind nga nang labay nga na mo gigamit para motuyok tong turbine para may mo generate og electricity, di ba? So renewable siya. Kay wind man, wa may mawa. Sige na naghangin-hangin ka na. Renewable na. Magamit na hangtod. Kutob, mga matay ka ng tao. Then next is natay biomass. Then ang kaning biomass, usa ni siya ka system nga ginagamit ato common application ha. For example, sa atong household, manguha tag sugnod. Ang kanang sugnod, consider na dyan as biomass. Kaya gikan man na sa living matter, patay na laman. So ato na si Jang isugnod para mo produce og energy nga magamit nato sa pagluto, pagsunog, pag-ihaw, mga etc. nga bisag unsa nga magamit nato gamit ang biomass energy resources. The next is water or hydroelectric electric resources. Mo ni ang energy resources nga naggamit ang water as a method to produce electricity.
Let's talk about the advantages of renewable resources. First is wide availability. Second is lower running costs. Third is decentralized power production. Fourth is low pollution. Fifth is available for the foreseeable future. Then, let's talk about another from disadvantages of renewable resource. First is unreliable supply. Second is usually produced in a small quantities. Third is very difficult to store. Fourth is currently per unit cost of energy is composed to other types. So let's move to the non-renewable resource. So non-renewable resource is a natural source that cannot be remade or regrown at a scale comparable to its consumption. So it means nga ang kining non-renewable nga gitawag dyan non-renewable is dili na siya pwede nga ihimo pa nimo or imong i-gamit or balik, unlikely sa renewable resource. Sige.
Washing machine, etc. Basta nagamit ng electricity. Yan ang natural gas, space and water heating clothes. Space and water heating, clothes drying, and cooking. So, kana kay mga na kanang mga gas na panggamit. Nang pang luto nimo, pang dry sa mga clothes, ingan na. Kanang heating oil, space and water heating, clothes drying, heating oil, space and water heating, clothes drying, So heating oil is the same as the natural gas. It's the same energy resources. LPG or propane, space and water heating, clothes drying, and cooking. So this is also the same as the heating oil and the natural gases for energy resources. And kerosene, space heating, kanang kuan. I got right.
One.
So kerosene, space heating is uses on in uh, burning.
Environmental effect caused by the way we extract and use them. In short, raw material, extraction, and process always impact on the environment. So, kana jong paggamit nato sa mga raw materials like the gas, coal, and oil, na dyan na sila always have an impact sa atong environment. So, ang result ana is first is the soil degradation. So, soil degradation, mo rin ang pag-low sa organic material nga naa sa soil, and then less of fertility. Then second, water shortage. So, ang pag-short sa water supply. So, kay ba naman ta nga kita tanan need nato og water sa atong body, or dili ra para nato kundi para sa tanan. Water is the most important thing sa atong life. So kung magkuwang tag water, maglisod gid ta og pud diri sa kalibutan. So third, biodiversity loss. So biodiversity loss mo ni ang pagkawa sa atong anam-anam og kawa sa atong environment, or just like tree nga na mga sample. Murag loss siya, murag gamay na laman ang atong mga resources nga mo supply sa atong earth kung we have a biodiversity loss. Damage to ecosystem function. So, kung there is a biodiversity loss, so simply we can conclude nga pare-pareho na niya kay na damage sa atong ecosystem. So lastly, global warming exacerbation. So mao ni ang when we burn the those fossil fuels, nana siya'y inig ijang aso mo ni jay mo-construct og kanang carbon dioxide, which is can make bad kanang makalain og kanang which can create a bad influence to us. So simply ang carbon dioxide mo diya ang nagdaog kining marahas kay mao ni diya ang mo add sa greenhouse effect. Then kung nana koy greenhouse effect, mas maglisod ta kay mo cover na siya sa atong earth.
So, innovative ideas crafted by engineers to solve problems regarding energy resources. So, first is the solar energy. So, solar panels are made up of photovoltaic cells as semiconducting materials such as silicon. So, ang solar panel has different electronic properties that energize by when hit by photons from sunlight, creating an electric field. So this is known as a photoelectric effect, and because of this, the energy from the sun are being converted into form of electricity. So there are questions regarding solar panels. If the solar panels work on cloudy days, so solar panels react to visible light spectrum. So bisan pa og wa kadyoy light from the sun, as long as naay light nga makuha sa solar panels, it will create gihapon siya og electricity. So this means nga if its light is enough, so the stronger the sunlight, the more power or the more solar panels of electricity will generate. So another thing is energy efficient vehicles and appliances. So energy efficient vehicles and appliances doesn't consume conventional energy. So conventional energy sources such as fuels. So mostly karon popular na ang mga electric cars, electric vehicles, scooters, e-bikes as a form of another appliances or vehicles na efficient. So geothermal energy, which can be found in the subsurface of the earth, which can be used directly for heating and cooling, converted into electricity. However, to generate electricity, medium or high temperature resources are needed. So these are usually located close to tectonically active regions where hot water and steam is carried to Earth's surface or can be accessed at shallow depth. So for example, ano is kanang sa Tungunan, Leyte, which is a source of energy. Muna siya best example sa geothermal energy. So, ang advantages sa geothermal energy, it will meet the demand for power. Sumura sila.